I'll say let us continue this transmission with the continuance of your dialogues and questions, if you wish.
Hello, beloved Bashar.
And you good day. Just making sure you're all still awake. Speak up.
Okay. I have two questions. The first question is, given that we are all connected and one energy,
Yes.
all that is,
Yes.
do we have the ability to tap into another aspect of creation and perceive from that other aspect?
Yes. If it is relevant for the life you have chosen, to be able to do so.
So it's a way that we can literally, just as you were saying, you don't have a memory, you just get what you need when
Yes.
you need it.
Yes.
It's a way to actually do that.
That is one way, yes.
Okay.
Was that sufficient?
Yes.
All right.
Now let me remember what my other question was.
Well, you should know it when you need to know it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do you know it?
I don't think I do. I think maybe that's good enough.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
All right.
Up to you.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Hello.
And you good day.
My question for you is that in December of 2000, I was in Sedona and I had a very impactful experience. And while it was a lot of energy and light, it felt clear to me that it was alien in nature.
Oh, all right.
And I was impacted energetically and physically for weeks afterwards.
Yes.
My question is, you've said that your ship is above Sedona.
It is. I'm not the only one, but mine is too.
Thank you. And can you share with me if this was your people and what the purpose of this experience might have been?
The Sedona vortex is a very good reflective dimensional energy window or mirror to help magnify or amplify whatever it is your intentional focus is about. So if you brought in the intention to upgrade your frequency, upgrade your perspective and your energy, you were given an opportunity to become sensitive enough to pick up on the energy that is always being sent to all of you from very high dimensional levels, but which you're not always capable of perceiving. But if you upgrade yourself sufficiently, fine-tune your senses sufficiently to be able to do so, then you can receive the kind of an experience that you had.
So this was not necessarily from any particular alien group, but just the vortex itself?
No, what we're saying is the vortex is utilized that way to amplify, focus, and magnify the energy not only of the natural vortex, but of any connections you may have. Therefore, those on the other end may be very aware of the fact that they are also intentionalizing your experience from their point of view, but at the same time, it's a co-creation.
I see. Do you know who it was that may have been in contact with me through the vortex?
You are connected very strongly to the hybrid race known as the Yael.
The IL.
Yes.
Could you say a little bit about what my connection with them might be?
Well, you have a counterpart in their society.
And this counterpart, does he have a purpose in that society?
She does.
She does. Can you share with me a little bit about who she is?
Well, it has to do with the agenda to ultimately allow the hybrid children that are eventually going to live among you on Earth to begin to acclimate to your society a little bit more.
I'm not sure what to do with that.
You can put it in your pipe and smoke it.
I probably will.
All right. I figured you might.
Is there any way that I can make use of that information in my life presently?
Of course there is. When you consider the idea we have shared with you, what kind of a feeling or state of being comes over you? When you think of her, when you think of that connection, when you think even back to the experience that you had, that's an indication of a state of being that is more representative of a more aligned version of you. And in using that as a symbol, as a reminder of what state of being to come from in every action that you take, that can assist you in your life in that way to allow you to be more efficient in your application of that energy in the direction of the things that excite you. Yes?
Well, in that moment in 2000 in Sedona, it was a very bright, overwhelming.
Yes, I understand.
experience.
It doesn't mean that you have to absolutely recreate in the same way that experience, because you are a different person now. You will not necessarily experience it the same way. But every time you think back to that experience and remember what it felt like, you are in that energy. In fact, as we have often said, the trick of this situation is that you actually have to be in that state to even remember that it happened. So once you remember it happened, you're already in that state. Even if it feels different than it did before, you're in the version of that state that is now relevant for the person you are at this moment. Know that and come from that state in all that you do, and your life will be experienced more synchronistically. Does that make sense? More smoking?
It does. I'm definitely going to need to listen to this recording.
If you say so. I wouldn't suggest that you smoke the recording.
No. I won't. Well, that kind of leads into my second question.
Yes.
Which is that, and this is a less formed question, it's a little vulnerable.
A little vulnerable?
It feels vulnerable.
Well,
yes.
Does that mean weakness or strength?
Strength.
Thank you.
I'm 45 and
You're a whippersnapper.
Thank you. And I really feel that deep evolutionary partnership has really eluded me thus far in my life, and it's something that's been a real missing. And it's something that I haven't fully understood.
Yes.
What is in the way?
Maybe nothing. Maybe your assumption that you need that is in the way.
Maybe.
So the idea is fulfill yourself and then allow, not make, not force, not need, allow the reflection to come of the fulfillment you have created within yourself.
I agree.
Understand?
Yes.
That's how it works.
Does my connection with this female counterpart have anything to do with my relationships in this reality?
It does. And you can use it that way to create an energy state within yourself that is a more appropriate reflection of what it is you would be able to attract.
Is there a particular practice that would serve that?
I already gave it to you.
Right.
Anytime you remember the experience you had, you're in the proper state. Be in the here and now with that and act from that state on all the things that are representative of your preserved self. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Does that help?
I think so.
And again, remember, any kind of practice is a permission slip, which you have the imagination to create for yourself, because the ones that seem most exciting in your imagination, any kind of ritual, technique, or tool that your imagination comes up with, is a direct line of communication to your higher mind telling you that the reason that you're attracted to think of it this way is because this is what would work with your belief system right now.
Yes.
So you have the ability to invent your own permission slips, remembering, of course, all the time that you are your primary permission slip.
Yes.
Because the permission slips aren't really doing anything for you except allowing you to believe that they are, which allows you to actually do what you need to do. Does that make sense?
I think so.
All right. Yes?
The last question I have is simply, you spoke about how there are billions of realities happening simultaneously.
Well, there's an infinite number of realities happening simultaneously. The billions was a reference to the idea of how many parallel realities your consciousness is passing through per second to create the illusion of time.
Okay. So if time is an illusion...
Yes. It's a real experience,
right?
But mechanically it's an illusion.
Yes. What is all of that contained inside of?
Nothing.
Then what allows it to exist?
Everything.
the...
Remember, the idea you are speaking of, the question you are asking, what allows it to exist is a question within existence.
Yes.
Existence is not subject to time. Time is subject to existence. So the questions of what allows it simply goes back to existence is what is. Nothing allows it, it just is. That's its nature, that's its quality, that's its property. It doesn't need to be allowed to do anything. It is that which allows for everything.
And so inside of all of that...
There is no real inside, but we understand what you mean.
Within, yes.
There's no within, but we understand what you mean. There's no inside, there's no outside.
Okay.
It just is. Remember, the discussions of these things are being discussed in linear space-time language.
Yes.
The truth of it is, there's really nothing there to discuss. There's nothing that can be discussed. You can discuss the symbols of it, but not the thing itself, because the thing itself just is. Doesn't require any discussion. It just is. Is this making some sense?
Yes.
And so is there still a question?
There are multiple races.
Are you talking about on Earth? Or throughout creation?
Throughout creation.
Yes, of course.
And, for example, your race...
Yes.
Are there higher dimensional alien beings who are helping to guide your race?
Absolutely. One of our primary guides is the non-physical consciousness associated with the star system of Sirius.
And they're helping you evolve?
Absolutely. Just as someone is helping them, just as someone is helping them, just as someone is helping them, and on and on and on and on and on and on and on, forever. So there is no end to it.
Well, I'm done. Thank you.
Oh, all right. I guess there was an end to that.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I wanted to ask some questions about history on Earth.
Yes.
But my first question, since everything is in the present,
Yes.
what is history?
History, again, is simply your perception of another existing now, but from a linear space-time perspective, which allows you to perceive it as if it was in the past. Mm-hmm. But all of that exists right now. Just look at it as a pile of alternate realities all coexisting simultaneously that you decide to focus on in such a linear way that it makes it look like one thing caused another, but they are actually completely disassociated from one another, completely. You're the one creating the continuity you call your history. And of course, remember, when you change who you are as a person and you change the reality you live in, you're changing your history as well. You may not always know that you have changed your history. Because if you are really creating a continuity of a reality and a new history that goes with it, the new history that goes with it will more likely than not, with a few exceptions, make itself appear to be the only history you've had in order to form a foundation for the reality that you're now experiencing. So 5 minutes ago, you may have had, literally, collectively, a completely different history, but you won't remember that because what you think of as history right now will seem to be the only history you've ever had. Is this making some sense?
Okay, yes. I'm going to have to get the tape, too.
All right.
The question I had about the history of religion,
Yes.
and gods and philosophy.
Yes.
Like, I know in ancient Egypt there were many gods. And then
Well, there were many representations of the idea of all that is, yes.
Okay, so in Africa also, like,
Yes.
there's
Well, they're all true. Because you cannot imagine something that is not part of all that is. So anyone who wants to say, well, this is a representation of God and this is a representation of God, both are correct.
Okay.
There's no contradiction there.
Okay. So when in Buddhism, they talk about the gods of the sun and
Yes.
the moon and the stars.
But again, you are creating representations, interpretations in your linear understanding of symbols that work for you to represent the vibrational energy of an aspect of creation that you're calling a god. It's just language.
Oh, okay. And these exist.
They all
within-
exist.
Within ourselves also, because we're all one, right?
They exist,
Within.
yes. Again,
The-
everything exists within, just to use that word again, because there really is no without.
Thank you, Bashar.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
See, all right. Thank you.
Okay. Just one more thing I wanted to say. This
Yes.
voice challenge that I've been having for many years, I feel like through breath work, I'm learning more to heal it
All right.
through my breath.
Then good luck on your process and congratulations for your challenges.
Okay. Thank you, Bashar.
Our love to you. Of course, there really is no luck. It's just the choices that you make.
Hi, Bashar.
And a you good day.
I just want to say on behalf of everyone that can't be here in person from Australia, New Zealand, and everywhere else, thank you.
All right.
You've made a difference to so many people's lives.
We thank you.
My excitement is to be a guide and a teacher and an acclimator for the hybrid children making their way to the earth to blend and to learn. And
All right.
what I can actually act on now is to prepare myself and
All right.
to understand what are their challenges going to be when they're here. They've got such technology, or I assume, to know so many things, but I heard you say before that even just understanding how does the postage system work, simple things like that
Yes,
might be
well,
relevant.
even people on your planet have difficulty with that. You must understand that even though they are in many ways highly advanced, you are truly an alien culture to them. Therefore, some of the things you do that you take for granted because you've been raised to take them for granted seem extremely unusual to them. Such simple things as, why do you eat food on a plate? Why do you need a fork? Can't you just eat it with your hands? You can, sometimes, but other times it's considered rude. Well, that's very confusing to them because it sounds contradictory. Well, when do you know if it's rude? And what is rude anyway? Do you understand
Yes,
how
I do.
this can get very complex for them? They really are very alien to you in terms of your culture. Therefore, they need a lot of acclimation, a lot of guidance, a lot of training. That's why some of them, some of the ones that have actually progressed a little bit farther than others, are actually temporarily living among you because they have learned enough to see if they actually fit in. Sometimes you will recognize them, sometimes you won't. Some of them actually have apartments.
Okay.
They are procured for them by those who oversee them, which is another hybrid race altogether, and act as their guides and act as, in a sense, their protectors on Earth. They acquire things for them because they have more familiarity with what's going on your planet and help them learn how to go through what would be considered a typical daily life on your planet. Now, that doesn't mean that they have to do everything that you do, because certainly they have their own culture as well. And some of that will blend into your society over time, which is the beginning of the creation of the sixth hybrid race on your planet. Nevertheless, they don't really want to stand out that much from you. They want to be accepted as family. They want to accept you as family. And so they are doing their best to sort of meet you halfway. But there will be some unusual things about them that you will enjoy.
In terms of meeting them halfway, I understand that there might be some eating habits and a whole bunch of things that we do that might be a bit disgusting even, I think. This is a word you've used before. In terms of their tolerance and their patience and their willingness to fit into our way of being, how can I meet them halfway? Are there certain things that we can change about ourselves, like yourself is trained as a first contact specialist to ease the path?
Yes.
Is there certain things I can do to change myself to kind of meet them halfway?
Well, again, it all comes down to acting on your highest joy to the best of your ability with no insistence on a particular outcome, because that increases your frequency to the point where you are capable of receiving the imaginations and the inspirations to do what you need to do, because you're already existing on that level, you already have that intention, and therefore the ideas will come. It's important for you to understand that every single circumstance, every single situation actually has, though not a built-in meaning, a built-in structure. So when you go about manifesting and creating with your imagination, your creativity, a circumstance, an idea, a situation, an opportunity, there is a built-in structure that then can automatically unfold. You don't have to do that much once you have used your creativity to set up a certain circumstance. The structure that's inherent within it will allow that to flow into your reality along that structural guide path, and it will fit as it needs to fit naturally. So you don't have to do so much engineering. You just have to sort of creatively make space by creating the fundamental circumstance or situation that's even sometimes just symbolically representative of a reality. In other words, mock it up.
Got it.
Physically mock up what you think it would look like. The closer you can get to what you perceive as an actual physical reality version of it, again, not that you have to insist it must look that way, but the closer you can ground your vision into actual physical action, even if you are, in a sense, mocking it up, creating a simulation that does carry a certain vibratory frequency to your mind. And when you create that vibratory frequency and immerse yourself in what you might call a real physical virtual reality representation of an idea, then your body consciousness starts to actually respond to it as if it is actually real. Remember, when your brain perceives that the information you're receiving is actually real, it retains up to 60 to 70% more of the information than when it knows, in a sense, that it's a simulation. So the more real you can make it, putting things where you believe they would be, interacting with physical things in the way you believe you would be interacting with things should they happen that way, the more you are training your body consciousness to get used to that reality, and the more it goes into alignment with that imagination vibration, and it starts to synchronize, and it more synchronistically can manifest a reality that is at least somewhat symbolically representative, at least very closely, to what it is you have mocked up. So that's one way to do it. Does this help?
That's perfect, thank you.
Does this sound like fun?
It already is fun. It's amazing. You've talked about the economic system, potentially the future of an individual's worth being valued rather than a currency transaction.
Eventually.
I didn't quite understand what that means. Obviously, like teachers in Australia anyway are quite, in my belief system, undervalued. They're paid less.
Yes.
I don't understand what you mean by the worth of the individual will be valued instead of monetary.
What is the value of someone being able to teach you something that you truly need in life to accomplish what you wish? What is that value?
It's priceless in my estimation.
Exactly. So when everyone is priceless, you'll all be abundant. You'll all have the ability to share whatever it is you need to share and receive whatever it is you need to receive because of the synchronicity that will then be paramount in bringing together those that need what others have and vice versa.
I understand. Okay.
Does that make sense?
So the synchronicity will be much more present and people will give and receive as they need and it's less...
Synchronicity will be the currency.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
One last question.
Yes.
In Australia, I understand that Ayers Rock or Uluru is a chakra or a strong vortices. Is there others strong vortices on the east coast of Australia?
Yes, what about it?
What are the locations of what they...
The major one is what you call Ayers Rock, yes.
Other than that, on the east coast, so Byron Bay or Sydney or Melbourne, are there other strong vortices?
Of course there are. There are many. But the primary one is in the center.
Okay, right.
The others take their cue from that.
Okay.
Yes?
Thanks, Bashar.
Thank you.
Much love.
And to you.
Hello.
And to you, good day.
This might sound kind of silly.
Oh, all right. Let's
But-
hope so.
Okay, good. Since I've just thought of saying this to you
Yes.
for some time.
Yes, yes, yes.
When I really appreciate when you take the letter H from the end of the word earth in the
Yes.
English language, and put it at the beginning.
Yes.
It makes the word heart.
Yes.
And I really appreciate that.
Well, I thank you for appreciating that. There are many, many lessons to be learned in the structure of your language. When you play with it, you will see how you may have even unconsciously put a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom built into the language itself if you just know how to look at it a little differently.
Like the word friendship.
Yes. Like many different kinds of words. But if you play with it, with your imagination, you find all sorts of insights and awarenesses that are built into the structure of the language that are there ready to be discovered.
Sweet.
Yes.
Another thing, a few years ago, I got really sick.
Yes.
And I found myself mumbling a word.
Yes.
And it sounded really interesting. So I looked it up,
Yes.
and it turns out to be a location.
Which is what?
Tikal.
Yes, Tikal, yes.
Why would I get that?
Because you have connections to that era, that idea is what you classically call a past life connection. Oh. And so you're drawing upon that for the wisdom and the knowledge that you need for certain things in your life, in the exploration of your theme.
Cool.
So investigate it however you are curious to do so.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Can I ask one more question?
That was a question.
Okay. My older brother used to sleepwalk.
Yes.
And he would actually come out of his room with his eyes wide open. I didn't know
Yes.
he was sleepwalking.
Yes.
And have a full conversation.
Yes.
And it felt like it was I talking to someone, a different being?
Well, you were talking to a different aspect of his being,
Okay. It was weird.
if you say so.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
You are welcome.
Take care.
Okay. Where should I take it?
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
Thank you so much for always information. It helps me a lot.
All right. Thank you for making the information your own so that you can help yourself.
Okay. I have a question. Do you know about tachyon energy? in
Yes,
the
we
universe?
understand. Many of the people on your planet that think they're using tachyon energy are not really doing it in a way that makes much difference. The technology to tap into the idea of tachyon energy is quite different than what many people on your planet are doing. Now, it doesn't mean you can't access tachyon energy yourself. So what they're really doing is simply creating a permission slip that allows you personally on a biological level to open up to using tachyon energy more efficiently. But the devices themselves are not really a technology that takes advantage of processing tachyon energy. They're permission slips that gives you more permission to use the tachyon energy yourself.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
And I saw the picture. It calls light mandala, and that's a machine using crystal and light.
Yes.
And put some patterns on the skin.
Again, this is another permission slip.
Right.
You understand this concept, yes?
Yes, I understand that.
So use whatever permission slip you believe works for
Okay.
you.
Thank you so
It's as
much.
simple as that.
Right. Okay. And yesterday,
Yes.
one of my best friend
Yes.
passed away.
Oh, all right.
Right after that,
Yes.
I felt like he chose to leave this earth, and
Yes.
then he's still enjoying his journey. Even though he passed away.
Well, of course he is enjoying his journey.
Right.
And the timing of these things is usually because then it turns your attention toward the spirit world to pull you along up the ladder to increase your vibration because you wish to reach out to that person. So it expands your senses and you can learn to still communicate with them. Just because they're in spirit doesn't mean they're not still part of your life. It doesn't mean you can't learn to communicate with them. So now your attention is turned toward the idea of the spirit realm, and you can allow yourself to let that energy into your system so that you can become more sensitive to communications from your friend and from the spirit level.
Okay.
This is often why people will die at certain times to bring your attention forward into the spirit world, because it helps you. It helps you on your journey.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay. And then
Yes?
I am dancer.
Yes?
I've been working many years as a dancer.
Is this your excitement? Or at
Yes.
least one expression of it? Yes? This is one expression of your excitement?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And I'm following my passion.
Yes? And so?
And so many synchronicity happens.
Yes, of course. That's what happens when you follow your passion.
Yes.
Synchronicity increases.
Yes. And
Yes?
I just want to share my experience. Like
Yes?
before, I couldn't imagine I can eat and live and,
Yes.
being dancing, being artist.
now
and
you
then
can.
Yes.
Yes, well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank you so much. It is important to understand that being yourself works. The most difficult thing you can possibly do in your life is try to be someone you're not. So stop resisting who you are. Let life work. Allow it to work. Isn't that right, Nania?
How did you know?
What do you mean, how did I know? I know because I let life work.
Oh, that's a little spooky.
Oh, spooky Bashar. All right. Well, it is approaching your Halloween. So time to be a little bit spooky.
Well,
Ooh,
I have to admit, sometimes I'm haunted by you.
aliens. Oh, wait. Alien ghosts. Even spookier.
You're so funny.
Oh, wait. Funny alien ghosts. All right, not so spooky.
Yeah, spooky funny.
Oh, all right. More spoofy.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So we have some Ustream questions.
Yes.
How do I stay calm during a contact experience? Yikes.
When you are in the proper state, calmness will be automatic. It'll be part of the experience because you will be ready, truly ready. So it's built in.
So how about all the people that get like freaked out and they run away?
They're not ready.
Oh, I see. So there's nothing you can do to stay calm? I mean...
Yes, be in the proper state. And you already all know how to get into the proper state.
Go to Arizona?
Like father, like daughter. Now who's being spoofy? And by the way,
Yes.
yes. That's one of the states because that's the state our ship is above.
That's right. In fact, somebody wanted to know how many miles above are you these days?
853. You want me to go back up?
Well, that's a good sign, isn't it?
If you say so.
Yes, it's a good sign.
Thank you.
I was just Let's see what else we have here. Do your people breathe in the same way that we do?
Sort of. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Although we take in more oxygen and accelerate the energy in the oxygen in a very different way than you do. It creates a much stronger electromagnetic field around our bodies. And the electromagnetic field is partly how we breathe. You too, but you don't know that yet.
Would your physiology seem really alien to us?
It would seem a bit unusual. Because remember, we do not eat, we do not sleep. Therefore, we don't really have the same internal configurations anymore that we used to. Therefore, we are evolving, as we say, into quasi-physical beings who don't necessarily express many of the same physiological functions and therefore have no need to experience the idea of the way you experience your bodies. We used to, but no longer.
But some of the others, like the Yael, their bodies would be more physiologically similar to ours? Or
Some of them, not all of them.
the hybrids?
The hybrid children certainly will be more similar to you.
Okay.
Hence their ability to live among you more easily.
Someone else wanted to know, do the hybrid children cry?
Some have been known to.
So unlike your species, they actually can feel sadness.
Yes.
And
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
does that mean like all their markers aren't turned on then?
In a sense, but you must understand they have slightly different markers. They are still a different species. And they process things in a slightly different way. And the reasons they may cry are not necessarily aligned with all the same reasons in which you may cry.
That's right, because when your children never cry, right?
No.
But the physiological release
Yes.
is a positive behavior, wouldn't you say? Or
Within
is
the
it
hybrid children, yes, but it's unnecessary
For
within
yours.
ours.
okay? So for them, like we also cry when we laugh really hard too.
Yes.
So it's a very potent part of our physiological
Yes,
change.
but we experience it differently. Again, it has to do with vibrations in our electromagnetic field.
Yeah, I mean, but as far as like the hybrid children,
Well, a little bit, yes, but they're
Okay.
more like you.
so
They will still have expressions you will recognize as human emotions to some degree.
oh well, they seem more muted than ours, or more
Depends.
neutral.
It depends. It depends.
Okay.
It depends.
Okay.
It depends.
All right. Well, we'll just keep on moving along here.
Yes.
And how many civilizations live in our universe? And
in the
our
universe?
I just read the questions.
We are aware. We are aware. Now, this doesn't mean we've met them all. We are aware through communications of approximately 65 million civilizations. Now, this encompasses many different galaxies and many different communications with many different species who themselves may or may not have met some of these other civilizations. So that is what we are aware of at this moment. Of course, there are obviously many, 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 many more.
Yeah, it's kind of like the ocean. It's just filled with life, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. And of course, it also depends on what you mean by a civilization, because there are many interpretations of that idea. But we have given you a number that is at least representative of something that is close to what you would also somewhat recognize as a civilization of sorts. So that number represents something that you would be somewhat familiar with or capable of recognizing as such. There are many, many quote-unquote civilizations you wouldn't even recognize as civilizations.
It's quite a universe.
And it's not the only universe. There is a
Right,
multiverse.
there's a multiverse, yeah. Like, there's a lot of
So,
stuff.
the true answer, in a sense, therefore, would be actually there are an infinite number
Right.
of civilizations. But that wouldn't necessarily give you a practical understanding of what might be local, so to speak.
So another person wanted to know, will you and your team be part of the first contact crew to come?
No. The Sasani people will be the third hybrid civilization you will meet, not the first. The Yael are the first hybrid civilization, which doesn't mean they're the first civilization, just the first hybrid civilization to make open contact with you, but we will be the third.
And then on another topic, someone asked, is the chance of a female president still 88%?
Give or take. Yes, give or take.
Okay. And probably lastly,
Yes.
where does writer's block come from, and how can a person overcome it?
Writer's block comes from inflexibility with what's happening and assumption and expectation of what needs to happen instead of exploring why the writer's block is there. Because it isn't really a block, it's an arrow pointing in an unexpected direction. And if nothing else, if you experience what you call writer's block, write about the writer's block and then you won't be blocked.
That's very clever.
We have been known to be so from time to time.
Yes, you have.
Is it time for your break and your holotope?
Well, could someone tell me what time it is right now? Oh, so actually, we have about 20 minutes left if
no,
you're up
you have
for
about
it.
15.
Okay, so how many names would you like me to pull?
You may pull one at the moment.
All right. Maria Turnout. Yes.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you.
Making sure you're all awake. Good morning.
A couple of years ago now, it was an extraordinary night. It was just so beautiful. I was enjoying myself immensely. I'm driving over the hill down into the valley here in California, top down, and I look up.
Your top was down?
My top, my convertible.
You said you were enjoying yourself immensely.
My convertible.
Oh, all right.
And I look up.
You have a convertible top. What does it change into?
A convertible car.
Oh, all right.
Yes. I look up.
Yes.
And there's two massive globes in the sky. And I'm saying to my friend that was sitting beside me, look, look, look. And nobody seemed to see it. And I'm looking up, and they're zipping up and down and around. And, and then as I'm saying, look, shoom, they shoot straight up and disappear.
Yes.
And
this is quite common.
And but that week I became very almost ill, and I very seldom become ill.
Because you were processing higher level energies and weren't used to that yet. You had to stretch to accommodate them and get used to that frequency. There was some resistance just because of the way that you're used to thinking of these things. You just had to let go of the old paradigm, that's all. It helped stretch you out.
Okay. And in helping me stretch out, how did that change me?
It opened up new paths for you to expand your senses and act more in alignment with your true frequency.
Okay.
And so, what are you doing with that experience?
A whole lot more research.
Into?
Higher dimensions, I guess.
All right.
Becoming more.
Is that fun?
Oh, it's tons of fun.
All right. So it inspired you.
Yes, very much.
To go more deeply into that subject, yes?
Yes.
Well, that's exactly what happened for the channel. So look where you could wind up.
So
maybe, maybe not.
Because energy runs both ways.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. It's hyperconductive, not just superconductive. Goes in a multitude of directions simultaneously.
Oh.
Okay.
So when I see them again,
if you do,
I did a couple of weeks later.
When you saw them again.
When I saw them again,
Yes.
I was lying under a tree looking up
Oh,
at a meditation
what lies
retreat.
were you telling?
I was enjoying myself, lying in the grass underneath the
there
tree.
she goes enjoying herself immensely.
I do. And I look up, and the two of them zipped across the sky again.
Yes.
And it was, I had just been meditating.
Yes. So?
So is that confirmation?
Well, again, the idea is that you allowed your frequency to allow your senses to perceive what to most people are invisible, because you're expanding your senses. If that's the experience you had, that's what it represents.
So just keep doing what I'm doing.
Just keep acting on your highest excitement and your senses will keep expanding appropriately.
And
Yes.
related to that, maybe,
Yes.
maybe not.
Yes, yes, yes.
When I take pictures with different cameras,
Yes.
this small green kind of orb,
Sometimes your technology can pick up on interdimensional kinds of other energies.
so
It can be representative of a spirit, it can be representative of a probe, it can be representative of simply natural energy formations and phenomenology. It can be representative of many different things. You would have to take it on a case-by-case basis.
okay,
Does that help?
it does.
Anything else?
Probably, but I just can't think right now.
All right.
Of
Well,
one.
then please be off and enjoy your globes immensely.
Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Can I draw another name?
One.
Aga la Magica? Come on now.
do exist.
皆さんが知っているようにこの時間、自分で作っている時間ですけど、今日のご機嫌はいかがでしょう。
Before we begin this interaction, this day of your time, allow me to remind you of a few things.
今日皆さんと話を始める前にいくつかのことを思い出してほしいと思います。
There will be in any of these interactions new energy that will be realized by many of you.
今日こういう交流をしているときにたくさんの新しいエネルギーがここにいる何人かの人たちに感じられると思います。
And you may find yourself making many recognitions and realizations and releasing.
そういうものを見て新しい、そういうものを感じて新しい認識、新しい気づき、そういうものがあると思います。
All of these things will occur at a natural and comfortable pace if you allow them to.
自分がそれを許してあげれば、自分に一番心地の良いペースでそれを自然に起こすことができます。
Any energy that you begin to feel, allow yourself first of all to remember you can handle it.
どんなエネルギーでも自分で感じ始めたとき、自分で思い出してください。自分にはこれに対処するだけの力があるんだということ。
You may feel many different things, but understand the universe never gives you more than you can handle.
必ず覚えておいてほしいのは、宇宙というものはあなたが対処できないものを与えることはないということです。
Never.
決してないんです。
Never.
決してないんです。
Never.
決してないんです。
And so therefore, if you feel that there is energy that is too strong for you,
ですから自分に対して強すぎるエネルギーが来てるなと感じたとき、
that feeling will usually be the product of your definition of the energy, not the universe's definition of the energy.
そういう時には自分で使っている定義づけを使っているんです。宇宙の定義づけが自分に来てるんでは、降りかかってるんではないんです。
So it is our suggestion that you allow yourself to breathe the energy through your body.
ですから私たちが進めることは、そのエネルギーを呼吸とともに体の中で流してあげてください。
In a relaxed and open manner, trusting in the positive nature of what you are experiencing.
リラックスして、そして自分が体験していることを肯定的に捉えることを決めて呼吸をしてください。
It is all right to feel a release. It is all right to feel great change going on within you.
自分の中でそういう解放感とか、自分の中のいろんな変化を感じるのは全くいいんです。
But simply remember that it is all the product of your choice to unfold as a positive and loving and serving individual.
ただ覚えておいてください。 自分が、愛する、そしてみんなに奉仕する、そういうものの産物として今そういうエネルギーを感じることを自分が選択しているということです。
Therefore, do not fear, but be glad and feel gratitude towards the universe.
ですから恐れることなく宇宙に感謝を持ってそれを感じてあげてください。
And be glad that you are willing to discover more and more of who and what you are.
そして自分が誰であるか、自分はどんな存在であるかということを、こういうものを通しながら学んでいくということを選んでいることに感謝をしてください。
Remember that each and every individual is a unique construction.
一人一人というのは非常にユニークな存在なんです。構造を持っているんです。
And that the personality that you are is not really, fundamentally, who or what you are.
皆さんの持っている性格、個性というのが基本的にあなたは誰であるかということを表すのではありません。
But only a temporary manifestation reflecting whatever particular idea you are working through at this particular moment.
その瞬間にあなたが何を今学ぼうとしているか、一番自分の持っているそういう強いものが性格として出ています。
Therefore, as you change the idea of yourself, you change the person that you are literally.
ですから自分の中に持っている考え、観念を変えると自分という人間が全く変わります。文字通り変わるんです。
And therefore, by the time this interaction is over with today, you will not be the same people you were when you walked in. Literally.
ですから今日皆さんがここに入ってきた時と、それから今日出ていく時、文字通り全く違う人間になっています。
No matter how you think you still look in the mirror, you're not going to be the same people because outside looks is simply an illusion.
鏡の中でどういうふうに見えていても、皆さんは全く違う人間になっています。この外観というのは全く幻想なんです。
If you do change yourself sufficiently, you can begin to change your outside looks.
自分の中を十分に変化し始めたとき、自分の中が十分に変化し始めたとき、外も変わってきます。
That may simply happen automatically for some of you over a period of time.
人によってはそれが自然に自動的にある期間をかけて起こります。
But your civilization is still very focused in space and time, and therefore those changes take a period of time to occur.
皆さんのこの社会というのはまだ時間と空間に非常に固着しています。執着しています。ですから実際に変化が体のレベルで起きるのには時間がかかったりします。
Maintaining a similar outward appearance from moment to moment is simply your way of establishing continuity, so you can recognize each other.
皆さんが自分の顔や何かこの外側をずっと毎春毎春同じように見ていくのは、自分の中で継続性を連続性をつけておきたいからなんです。
When your civilization no longer looks at the exterior for recognition, but the interior for recognition, it will not matter what the exterior looks like.
外側がどうであるかより内側の認識に目を向け始めると、もっと向け始めると外が毎春毎春変わっても気にならなくなります。
And no matter how drastically you change, each and every one of you as an individual will always maintain your signature vibration.
そして毎春毎春自分がどのぐらい外が変わったとしても、劇的に変わったとしても、自分のシグネチャーバイブレーション、自分の固有周波数というものは常に保つことができます。
It is by the signature vibration that your soul is recognized no matter what changes occur in the personality.
性格の部分でどれだけ変化をしても、自分の固有周波数が魂というものを表現しています。
To also remember that even though your exterior physical body may not drastically change, that does not mean that drastic changes cannot occur in your persona.
それと同時に外側は全く変わってないとしても、自分の中が変わって、そして自分の性格が変わっているということは大いにあり得ます。
If you desire to be different than you are, and you act in a different way, you will be a different person, and you will have a different life.
自分が変わることを望み、どういうふうに変わったか、そのように行動しているとき、自分の人生が実際に変わります。
We thank you for expressing the boldness and the conviction to be willing to change in beautiful ways.
非常に美しい方法で自分が変わることを信念を持ってやってくれてどうもありがとう。
So, you want to know about creative relationships, eh?
それでは皆さん、クリエイティブ・リレーションシップ、創造的な人間関係を知りたいんですね。
Well, you are in for a workout today.
皆さん、運動の準備はできてますか？ Bashar, we have a question
Yes.
beforehand.
But let us lay down the foundation that we will still tie in the question to the idea of relationships by beginning with your relationship to the entire earth and the changes that are going on therein.
質問に入る前に、先ほど質問があると言いましたけど、その前にどうせ質問の方にもつながっていく、まずその前段階をお話したいと思います。今地球全体で起こっている人間関係はその他に関連することです。
Therefore, the question may now be asked.
それでは、ちょっと話が違いますけど、質問を今してもらいましょう。Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to ask you a question.
We thank you for sharing what is in your heart.
あなたのハートの中にあるものをみんなと分かち合ってくれてどうもありがとう。I'm an astrologer.
All right.
はい。From the charts of Japanese people, 300 to 500 people's charts, there was a significant change.
Yes.
どんなもんでしょう。I observed that there'll be a big change from 89年から90年 from 89 to 90 on a vast level.
Yes.
はい。I'd like to ask you for a couple of suggestions for that.
All right. Suggestions in what way?
どういう形でサジェッションすればよろしいでしょう。One thing is, if that kind of social, vast social change takes place, or vast, big crisis occurs, for people, those of people who wants to serve the society, what can they do?
First of all, you can understand that all transformation can be viewed in either a positive or a negative way.
最初に分かってほしいのは、理解していただきたいのは、すべての変化というもの、変革というものは、肯定的にも否定的にも見ることができるということです。
Assuming that transformation on that scale has to be destructive will usually attract an individual into a destructive transformation.
そういうものが、そういう変革というものが、破壊的な形で起きなければいけないと思っているときには、そういう過程をしていると、だんだんそっちの方に流れていきます。
But approaching it with the attitude that kind of transformation is simply destructurizing can allow it to be a positive change.
そういう変革が今までできたものが、分解して新しいものができるというような肯定的な見方をすることができます。そうすると肯定的な方に働いていきます。
Just because there is an indication of vast changes taking place in your society does not in and of itself indicate how the individuals must experience that change.
大きな変化があるとしても、その個人がそれをどういうふうに体験するかということはまた違うことです。
Remember that whatever is your strongest vibration is the reality you experience.
思い出してください。自分の持っているバイブレーション、波動があなたの、体験するものなんです。
A vibration of uncertainty, doubt and fear will usually attract a negative reality to the individual.
不安とか、それから疑い、そういうものを自分で持っているとき、そういう波動というのは恐れを呼びます。
But a vibration of service, love, light, joy, and ecstasy will usually attract an individual to the positive side of the transformation.
愛とか、それから奉仕、それから喜び、そういうものを持っていると、その人をそういう変革の時にも肯定的な方に運んでくれます。
Now there may be isolated areas upon your planet that will experience the transformation in negative ways, both emotionally and physically.
地球上でどこかの孤立した部分では、ある一部ではそういう変革を非常に否定的に、感情的にもそれから他の意味でも否定的に体験するかもしれません。
There might be isolated pockets that still experience the transformation in the form you would call catastrophe.
皆さんがカタストロフィー、災害という形でそういう一部が未だに否定的に通り過ぎなければいけないかもしれません。
However, even within those areas, an individual whose vibration is of a positive nature will not be negatively affected in any way.
そういう部分の中でさえ、そういう一部の地域の中でさえ、個人個人が自分が肯定的なものを見ていれば、そういう否定的な影響のされ方はしないんです。
Therefore, it is our suggestion and our preference to look at this vast change coming up in a positive way, to ensure positive results.
ですからそういう大きな変革が今来ているとき、それを私たちがサジェスションしたいことは肯定的に見てほしいということです。
Now, much of what will be happening, especially between your 1990 and 1994, is as follows as we perceive your energy now.
私たちが皆さんの今エネルギーを感じながら見ているところでは、90年から94年、1990年から94年の間に起きることはこんなことです。
Vast new recognitions will have ignited throughout the consciousness of your planet regarding social unity.
皆さんの意識が、そして非常に大きな意識の部分が、社会的な統一性、そういうものに気がつき始めます。
And vast new recognitions regarding expressing individuality.
自分の個性というものを非常に外に表明する、そういう新しい認識があります。
And vast new recognitions regarding the existence of our extraterrestrial societies.
それと同時に地球外惑星のそういう存在、そういうものに対しての新しい認識が出てきます。
You see, many of your governments have known for many years of our existence, but have suppressed the information.
皆さんの地球上の政府のたくさんの政府が我々の存在に気がついています。そしていろいろな情報を持っています。
Between what you call your 1990 and 1994, much of that information will be realized by the public.
そして90年から94年のそのぐらいの間にそういう政府が持っているいろんな情報が今度は公共の場に出されます。そして公共の場で認識されます。
This will ignite vast changes in how you perceive the universe as a society.
それによってこの社会として宇宙をだいぶ変えていきます。
But we do not say this to focus you upon us. We say this to focus you upon yourselves.
でもこういうことを言って我々の方に焦点を合わせてほしいんではないんです。自分自身に焦点を合わせてほしいんです。
Simply that many individuals will finally realize that they are now needed to take full responsibility for their lives rather than giving it away for someone else to run.
今たくさんの人たちがこういうことを要求されています。自分で自分の人生に責任を持つということです。よその人たちに自分の人生を走らせる、任せるんではなくて、自分で自分の行動に責任を取るということを今要求されています。
This does not have to translate into what you would call anarchy.
だからといって、みんなを言うことを聞かせなければいけないということではないんですね。
But the idea is that from this point forward, the energy of your society can make changes in the following way.
わがままになるということではないんですけど、次のような形で変革を起こしていくことができます。
What you have referred to as the governments of your planet who have ruled you in the past can now learn to serve you.
今まで自分たちが支配されてきたと思うような政府が今度は皆さんに奉仕をすることができます。
The more lines of communication that are open to them to allow them to understand that it is not a matter of losing power but gaining self-empowerment will make the transition much easier.
こういういろいろなことが起きているとき、自分の力を失うのではなくて、自分に力を取り戻すことによって、自分の中に力を取り戻すことによって変革が簡単に起きることができます。
Remember that when you talk about social and economic and political change, you are those institutions.
政治、経済、そして社会的な変化ということを話すとき、自分もその一部だということを忘れないでください。
Taking responsibility means acting as the full individual that you are, and in being of service, creating the unity of society that you desire.
自分の責任を持つということは自分の行動に責任を持つ、そして自分の社会に対して何か行動を起こすということです。それに奉仕できるように。
From your year 1990 to your year 2011, there will be much restructuring of your society.
皆さんの時間で1990年から2011年まで社会的な再構成が行われます。
Your entire planet.
地球全体の話です。
And much blending going on between all the cultures on your planet.
そしてたくさんの地球上の文化が混ざり合ってきます。
At first there may seem from some individuals to be more animosity, violence, violent intentions.
いろいろな場所でたくさんの暴力的な行為が起きるかもしれません。
But this will eventually balance out as unconditional love smooths the way.
でもそういうものも最後にはバランスが取れます。皆さんの無条件の愛がだんだんそれをスムーズにしていきます。
there will be especially another very strong social change in approximately your year 1997 as well.
そして1997年にもう一つ大きな変化があります。
And by your year of 2013, your society will have finally laid the foundations for unified peace.
2013?
2013.
2013. Thank you. 2013年までこの地球上が一つとなったそういう世の中になります。
However, all of these are sensings that we perceive to exist in your energy now.
今言ったことはでもすべて今皆さんのエネルギーを感じて言えることです。
So let us say a few words about the idea of prediction.
ですから予言ということについてここでいくつか話をしたいと思います。
From our point of view, there really is no such thing as a prediction of the future.
我々の目からすると未来に対しての予言ということは本当はありえません。
There are sensings made in various ways of the energy that exists at the time the sensing is made.
その今みたいにそのエネルギーを感じているとき、この感じをつかむことはあります。
No one senses the future. You sense the present, which leads you to a probable future.
誰も未来を感知することはできないんです。現在のエネルギーを感じて未来の可能性を感知することはできます。
Your sensing of the present energy can lead you to conclude that unless the energy changes, this particular future is the most likely one to manifest.
ですから自分で何かそういうものを感知するとき、もしこのままエネルギーの状態が変わらなければ、こういうことが実際に起きてしまうだろうということは言えます。
Simply because it has the greatest deal of momentum or energy behind it, and therefore is unlikely to change direction.
そういうエネルギーに慣性があります。その慣性のままずっと行くとこんな方向に行くだろう。それは感知することができます。
However, this does not mean it cannot be changed, and it also does not mean that even if the general occurrence happens, that it must be experienced in any particular way.
だからといって変えられないということではありません。そしてそれと同時にそういうことが起きたとしても、それを同じようにある一定の方法で自分が体験しなければいけないということは全くありません。
If enough individuals become aware of exactly where the energy will lead them to what kind of a future, then they can decide to change that energy.
たくさんの人たちがこのままのエネルギーでいけばこういうふうになってしまうということを感じることができたら、変えることを、そのエネルギーを変えることができます。
Therefore, many so-called predictions actually render themselves obsolete by simply becoming known to the public.
ですから予言というものは公共的になったとき、みんなにそういうことを知らしめたとき、みんなが変えることができますから、それ自体予言の意味がなくなることがよくあります。
Therefore, remember that all predictions, no matter how they are made, are simply readings of the energy that exists now.
よく理解してください。予言というのはすべて今現在のエネルギーを読んでいるんです。
Therefore, when we speak of these changes in your upcoming years, we are talking about what we sense to be the most likely reality that seems unlikely to change in general concepts.
ですから今お話ししたようなことは私たちが現在皆さんの中に感じるエネルギーで、一般的に一番変化しにくいであろうというふうに感じたエネルギーをお話しただけです。
But how each and every individual experiences those changes will have to do with the vibration they choose to be, positive or negative.
ここにいる皆さんがそれを変えたいとき、自分のエネルギーを自分で選択してください。肯定的にするのか、否定的にするのか。
To put it very simply, if an individual chooses to wake up now, then they do not have to shake themselves awake.
こういうふうに言うことができます。もしここにいるすべての人が今自分で目を覚まそうということを決めれば、後で外から肩をゆすられて目を覚まさせられる必要はないんです。
And allow me to remind each and every one of you that you chose to be born at this time because you knew it would be a very exciting time of transformation.
今ここに生まれてきている人たち、ちょうど変革の時代で非常にワクワクしたところ、興奮するところに生まれてきています。
Therefore, make the best of it and be of service by being the full individual you can be.
せっかくこんな楽しい時に生まれてきてるんですから、自分がなれるだけの自分を 100% 生かしきって、そして楽しんでください。
By doing in your life what excites you the most.
自分が一番興奮することをやることによってそれができます。
Does this answer the question sufficiently?
どうでしょう？十分な答えになってるでしょうか？ Yes, thank you very much.
We thank you very much for your sharing and your service.
あなたのその分かち合い、そしてあなたの奉仕に、もう一度感謝したいと思います。どうもありがとう。
And now, let us begin the second phase of the idea of relationships.
それでは人間関係の第二段階について話します。
The relationship of you to yourself, first of all.
一番最初に自分に対してのあなたの関係です。
Because when you talk about creative relationships with other people, if the one you have with yourself is not creative, it is unlikely anyone else is going to experience it.
創造的な人間関係なんていうことを話しても、まず自分自身に対して創造的でなければ、誰と創造的になれるでしょう。
Are you all ready to be very bold?
皆さんは自分で大胆にいろんなことをやっていきたいですか？準備はできてますか？
One individual is ready to be bold.
一人ですね。
Oh, thank you very much.
どうもありがとう。
Then we shall have a lot of fun.
それでは今日は楽しめそうです。
All of you now, relax.
それでは
Become comfortable.
リラックスして、居心地のいい姿勢になってください。
Close your eyes if you wish.
目を閉じたければ閉じてください。
And take 3 deep breaths.
そして3つ深呼吸をしてください。
As you breathe in an easy manner, do the following thing.
リラックスしながら呼吸をして次のことをやってください。
Imagine your body relaxing.
自分の体がリラックスしているところを想像してください。
Imagine a warm, golden red energy penetrating every cell of your body.
あったかくて赤くて、そして、そういう光が、あったかくて赤くて、そして金色の光が自分の体をずっと通り抜けているのを見てください。
Feel every muscle beginning to let go and soften.
一つ一つの筋肉が、いろんなしがみついているものを解放して柔らかくなってくるのを想像してください。
You may begin at your feet and allow the energy to work its way slowly up your legs.
足から始めてだんだんゆっくりと自分の足をそのリラックスした感じが上ってきます。
Just speak soothingly to all of the muscles in your body.
優しく自分の体の中の筋肉の一つ一つにお話をしてあげてください。
Allow the energy to move up your thighs and through your abdomen.
自分の太ももからお腹の部分までそういう感じが上ってくるのを許してあげてください。
Feel the energy moving up the musculature of your upper body and coursing down your arms to your very fingertips.
そういうエネルギーが今胸を上ってきて、そして腕から指先まで降りて行きます。
Let your shoulders relax.
肩もリラックスさせてあげてください。
Feel all the internal organs being bathed with warmth, relaxing warmth.
自分のお腹の中の内臓、いろいろな内臓があったかくリラックスしていくのを感じてください。
Feel your heart pumping warm blood through all portions of your body.
自分のハートが、自分の心臓がリラックスしながら優しく赤い血を体中に流しているのを見てください。
Feel your lungs continuing to breathe in a very easy, relaxed manner in and out very slowly.
自分の肺がリラックスした感じで呼吸を続けるのを感じてください。吐いて、吸って、そして吐いて。
Feel the energy moving up your throat, relaxing your vocal cords and all the muscles in your neck and the bones.
エネルギーが喉を上ってきます。声帯をリラックスさせて、そしてそこにある筋肉、骨もリラックスさせて上がっていきます。
Feel your jaw muscle relax, allow your tongue to relax.
顎の筋肉がリラックスしてきます。下の筋肉がリラックスしてきます。それを感じてください。
Feel the warmth.
その温かさを感じてください。感じてください。
Feel the warmth in your sinuses and behind your eyes and penetrating your eyes.
鼻、そして鼻の後ろのある空洞、目の後ろ、そういうものがリラックスしていくのを感じていきます。
And all the way up and around your scalp to the top of your head.
自分の頭蓋骨、それを通ってさらに頭のてっぺんまでリラックスします。
And see the radiant golden red light radiating from you in your aura all around.
そして赤く黄金に輝いた光が自分のオーラが体中から輝き出しているのを感じてください。
And now, beginning in your heart area, begin to imagine a bright emerald green shining light.
そしたら今度は自分のハートから心臓からエメラルドのようなエメラルドグリーンの緑色の光が輝き出すのを見てください。
And feel all of the idea of the green light expanding throughout every cell in your body.
その緑色の光が自分の体の中の細胞の一つ一つを通って、そして広がっていくのを感じてください。
And now feel that all of your mentality, all of your thoughts are relaxing and blending with your body relaxation.
自分の意識が自分の体とリラックスしながら一つに混ざり合っていくのを感じてください。
Feel the vibrant richness of your connection with nature.
自然と一つにつながっていて優しく振動している、そんな自分を感じてください。
Feel your sensitivity and your intuition.
自分の感受性、そして自分の直感を感じてみてください。
And feel all of your worries and all of your cares melting away in the green light.
自分の心配だとか不安がその緑の光に溶けて消えていくのを見てください。
And now, from within the area of your third eye, between your two eyes, see a bright blue light.
それでは今度は内側から自分の第三の目のところ、おでこのところに青い光を見てください。
And feel your spirit rejoicing at the relaxation of your body and your mind.
体と意識がリラックスするにつれて非常な喜びが出てくるのを感じてください。
And feel the cooling, cleansing air that washes through your entire body.
静かな、そして涼しい空気が体中を冷ましてくるのを感じてください。
Feel yourself breathing as spirit.
自分自身が魂として呼吸しているのを感じてください。
And now know beyond a shadow of a doubt that no matter what your consciousness tells you, your spirit, your mind, and your body are one.
自分の意識がどんなことを言おうとも、自分の魂、そして意識、そして肉体は一つだということを感じてください。
And you are now in the appropriate state to pray and be heard.
今ちょうどお祈りをして、そしてその祈りが向こうに届くのにちょうどいい状態にいます。
And you are in the appropriate state to receive all the unconditional love you deserve.
それと同時にあなたが受け取る価値のある無限の愛、それを今受け取れる状態にあります。
Now feel a bright white light of ecstasy shining within you.
恍惚感に満ちた白い光があなたの中で光っているのを見てください。
Feel a radiant connection to all that is.
無限の絶対的な完全のその光を自分を感じてください。
You are bathed in the light of unconditional love.
今あなたは無限の愛の海の中にいます。
Take 3 deep breaths and enjoy it.
3つ大きな呼吸をしてそれを楽しんでください。